The country in shambles, on the brink of financial disaster. The highest court in the land is deciding something that's already been decided. The administration's big win is that now people can't decide what gender they want to put on their passport and their documents. The first time my gender marker was changed, it was changed at the DMV Express when the guy who was doing the paperwork for me looked at me and said, "M, that's a mistake, I'm going to change it." I'm not surprised that the Supreme Court let the decision stand. Rather than arguing why it's important that trans people can change their documents, why don't they argue that the whole gender on documents, like driver's licenses and passports, is obsolete? Having your sex listed on those documents is pointless, serves no purpose. Why does the cop who stopped me for going through a stop sign need to know whether I was born a man or a woman? The fact of the matter is we're born neither. We are born boys or girls, male or female, and it has nothing to do with your ability to drive or go to another country. Arguing about these things in court, the way they used to be argued, is ridiculous. It's time to start thinking futuristically, like what's really happening now. It's an AI world. They'll be scanning our eyes soon enough. If I was a litigant in these cases, that's what I'd be telling my lawyer to fight about. What's the purpose? Why are we still doing this? Why are we having this conversation still in 2025, about to be 2026? Back before pictures and computers, maybe it was necessary to tell what gender people are, what sex people were born. But now, no. I always hear people say that if trans people don't have all their documents reflect to the way they look, that they're unsafe. Maybe that's true. I don't know how much more unsafe it makes you, but I don't think it's all that much. I hear trans people all the time say, I don't owe anybody femininity, or I don't owe anybody masculinity, and I'm certainly not trying to pass. Well, isn't that what this is all about? You passing so that the letter looks like you on the document? If you really want to pick it apart, what it says on the documents is sex, not gender. So it's a sex that they're writing down, F or M. They're not writing down what your gender is, they're writing down what your sex is. And what does that have to do with gender? Calling a sex marker a gender marker is confusing. That's why, rather than arguing about who can and who can't change letters on documents, we have to ask ourselves why they're on there anyway. We hear so much about protecting our data. Well, let's stop giving away data that serves no purpose. So all the lawyers out there, you have to stop using old arguments to win these new fights. We've already won them using those old arguments. Now it's time to come up with some new ones, some modern ones, some ones that change the conversation, some ones that we can actually win.